Blessings, brothers and sisters. Okay, so I started my natural hair journey when my life changed more seriously for Christ. And honestly, it was impressed upon me during that time of transitioning out of the wider road, the wider path of being in the state of lukewarmness, onto a straight and narrow path of being much more of a serious follower of Christ to stop using relaxers. In hindsight, Father was just over time starting to strip away that old worldly creature of who I used to be. So getting rid of worldly things and the worldly look of using relaxers was just one of the many things that got stripped away. Thank God. But I'm finally doing a video about my hair journey. And the transition was freeing and liberating for about 5 minutes until I quickly learned it's actually hard, at least starting out. And the struggle was real. I had to re educate myself into my own natural hair lifestyle, which is vastly different from living in a straight and relaxed hair lifestyle. I learned a lot over the years, but I wanted to come on and show some pictures of myself and the journey I have been on, and to tell you some things from my experience of the top four things that we just got to stop thinking. Uh, if you are a natural or thinking about transitioning into becoming a natural, as far as your hair is concerned, obviously. But let's start with number one. Number one, we got to stop thinking that hair products will make your hair grow. Hair products are factors in the help and the aid of you trying to have long hair or retain length. But there isn't a product out there where you're going to slap it on and automatically your hair grows long from out of your scalp overnight. Hair products are only good for keeping your hair cute, manageable, and clean, which leads to healthy hair, which leads to longer hair. But the product itself, or any for that matter, will not make your strands grow longer overnight or instantly faster automatically. As long as you are alive, your hair is growing. But if you are over braiding, for instance, to where there is no air, no moisture, no care, that is not healthy for your hair. And there is no product you can slap on that's going to immediately rectify the situation and make it perfect or better. If you're neglecting your hair by the lack of water, moisture, air, care, or cleanness, or whatever it needs in order to grow, then it simply won't grow. If you're only abusing your hair or damaging your hair in an unhealthy practice of how you treat your hair, that won't lead to growth. But hair products do help aid or add back what is missing to get it back into a situation where it can continue the process of being healthy in order to grow. So again, hair products are just aids in the quest to keep our hair healthy so it can grow. Stop thinking a hair product will do all the work and make your hair grow long. A major part of length is you knowing how to take care of your own hair, with help from hair products to help establish that. When you have a mindset that the hair product itself will just do all the work, make your hair grow long, you're going to hit a wall. You're going to get mad or start doing unhealthy things to your hair because you're relying on this product that should be growing out your hair. And you're just going to drift back into this straight relaxing world because what you believed was never true to begin with. Let's go to number two. Stop thinking you have the same hair as they do. We all have went to YouTube trying to get help or advice. I still do to an extent. But we all do that. In the beginning, I didn't know anything about different types of hair and started following a woman with a totally different hair type than mine, thinking, let me do it like her and my hair will look just like hers. Very wrong. Later on, I found out about different hair types and hair patterns and textures and started watching women who had my same hair pattern. But this is what I learned. And maybe what works for them does work for you, maybe. But what I have learned is that we all have hair textures that look alike, but they all have different personalities, meaning they don't act alike. You could put me next to three identical 4C hair type women, and all of our hair is not going to act the same. I have low porosity hair. The next 4C woman by me might have high porosity hair. One might respond well to a certain hair product. That same hair product might be kryptonite for my hair. So we are all not created equal beyond the look of the texture, because what works for one might not work for you, even though y'all both have the same hair pattern or in texture. Being natural is definitely like having a child on your head. You have to really learn your child and know what it likes, what it don't like, what it responds to more, what it responds to less, what it don't respond to at all, what's good for it, what's not. Figuring out how much is too much, how much is too less with your child, aka your hair. It's fine to an extent to go to others who have your same type of hair as you do, because they are relatable to an extent to what you deal with your own same type of texture of hair. But stop thinking what works for them will work the exact same way for you. Stop thinking a stranger knows what's best for your hair by what they are doing to theirs. They have already put in the work getting to know their hair and what's good for their hair. You have to now do that with your own hair by getting to know your hair, heeding to some extent some of their advice, but ultimately learning your hair on your own. You can try to use what they use on their hair and see if it works, and to see if it will create the same effect. If it does, hooray, keep it going. If it doesn't, then you know to stop using that product. But that's where finding out what your hair responds to comes into play, because what worked on her hair didn't work on your hair, and it's on you to learn, okay, what is going to do, what's going to make this work for my hair. And this avoids you hitting the wall and getting mad because you are relying on someone telling you what to do for your own hair who doesn't know your hair, but knows what is best for theirs. Now, let's go to number 3. Stop thinking your 4C hair isn't growing. To all my 4C hair girlies, this is for you, because I get it. I know I know exactly what you're going through. It seems your hair never looks like it's growing, and it will drive you insane. I know. It looks mostly, if anything, like it's getting shorter all the time than actually growing. But what I have learned, that that insanity is actually a good sign. The tighter your coils get, which causes a lot of shrinkage, only reveals how healthy your hair really is. I have to get silk presses just for my sanity, because a silk press helps me to see throughout the year how well I have been treating my hair, as well as how long it has gotten. And it reveals if I've been managing my hair care the right way, or have I not been managing it the right way. When I get a silk press, maybe or maybe not, I need a little trim. And those are good signs. If you get a silk press and realize that you need a little trim, or you don't, your hair is healthy. But if you get a silk press and your stylist tells you you got some split ends, so we need to cut it, then throughout the year you did something wrong. Whether it was abuse or neglect, you have to take that loss, cut it, and go back to the drawing board. But because the shrinkage is so real throughout the months leading up to a silk press day, it can relieve all of that and put your hair's truth into perspective. I thought one year my hair was so damaged because of the shrinkage. I knew it wasn't growing. I thought it was falling out. I was contemplating chopping it all off again, slash going also back to the straight and the relaxers, because the shrinkage became so mentally real, giving me such anxiety. I literally convinced myself my hair was damaged or dead. I need to go back to relaxers. But thankfully, I went and got a silk press. And I say thankfully because I pray over my hair journey, asking Father to give me the wisdom on how to manage my hair in order to get it to the way I want. So I know it was him stopping me from making that big mistake, because when I got my silk press, my hair was actually very healthy. I needed a little trim, but nothing too serious. And it actually grew out longer than I expected. It was actually longer than I expected. And I thought for many months leading up to that silk press, that it was short and falling out. So I was just very surprised at the actual length after the silk press. So don't think that. Stop thinking with 4C hair it doesn't grow because of the shrinkage. As long as you are alive, your hair is growing. I don't care how much it shrinks up. Keep going with it until silk press day to see what's up. And number 4, stop thinking you are not beautiful or will not be beautiful in your own natural hair. In order to walk this natural journey, you have to get rid of the insecurity about your own natural hair not being pretty and that it won't look right. Natural hair is not the worldly look, but it's the look God gave you. And for me, I stopped wanting to imitate a worldly look that is praised more over what Father, aka Jesus, gave me and all black women. So I eventually in my walk stopped being insecure about it and learned to embrace it. Plus, Father wanted me to stop doing relaxers, so I had to commit to this journey and see it through. And when you get to where you are figuring out your hair, it becomes easier to embrace. Funny thing about my situation is that I am married to a white guy who has known me for the weaves and wigs since he met me. But when I transitioned to natural, I was very surprised by his reaction because he was more attracted to me in my own hair. My natural authenticity didn't disinterest him. In fact, he just became very much more attracted to me and wants me to never go back to weaves and wigs. And I thought he was just being biased at first because I still had my insecurities in the beginning. But I came to realize being a natural woman is appreciated, believe it or not, by others. It's just the world tells you you have to look like Kim Kardashian. That's the way to look. But, that is a lie. Men, older men of different races, even, they gaze more with me, rocking my little Pam Grier afro, in a way of feeling it too, like I am. It's that black beauty in a black woman men see in our own authenticity of what God gave us on top of our head. And when you are living your natural life with your hair, because we are the only culture who has this type of hair that can rock it, is beautiful and mesmerizing to many, believe it or not. But we are not taught that. Our look is not really pushed over the Kim Kardashian look. But once you embrace it, how Father made you, the hair he gave you, because for me, if it is acceptable and pleasing to him in his creation of me, it should be just as acceptable and pleasing to me. Anything else means I don't love and appreciate myself. I don't find myself of who I am beautiful enough, despite Father's image of how he made me and made my hair. So never feel you won't be beautiful as a natural. It's naturally who you are. You just haven't embraced your truth yet, but don't be ashamed of it. Older black men, older white men will tell you in a heartbeat they prefer or like a natural woman, particularly a black woman. Take it from me. They love a natural looking black woman. It drives some of them wild. Most are very attracted to it. The only men who don't appreciate a natural black woman or natural black women are the young 20s and 30-year-olds who are chasing still that worldly look from younger women who are still rocking it. My daughter is a proud natural black woman in her 20s, and black guys her age, they don't check for her. They go for her friends who are not natural, rocking the long weaves. And the only guys who really no cap check for her, who will come up and engage her and ask her out on dates, are white guys. 95% of the time they think she is fly, beautiful, bad in her natural look of the young black woman she is. And I get it. Literally at home, my white husband loves my hair. He is turned on by my hair. I'm not exaggerating. And there are plenty of guys out there who love certain body parts of women that, I don't get, but it's appreciated. And there are men who are basically from any different type of race who do appreciate and love the look of a natural sister out here, which is my point. Stop thinking you would or could not be beautiful as a natural. You know, that is in itself is beautiful. And the authenticity of who we as black women really are when we go out with our type of hair is very appealing and beautiful. And many men of different races pick up on that. But that goes back to you yourself being able to accept your truth on top of your head and loving who you are and how God made you and being secure about who you are. Because before others can love you, you have to love yourself first. Before others can embrace you, you have to embrace who you are first. And just being secure about who you are and the image God gave you in order to live in that confidence of how Father created you, and just embrace it. And just when you do, others will also, is what I'm trying to say. But I feel beautiful. I have no reservations or insecurities now, particularly thanks to my husband. But mostly, I myself feel confident. I myself feel beautiful, and I'm grateful the Most High made me embrace who I truly am. And it's not a look of the world for the world, but it's how I look. It's me in my own image of who I am that doesn't look like you or her, but me. And I go out walking in that confidence. So stop thinking you will not be beautiful in your natural hair as you are in your long and straight hair. It's a lie from the devil. Rebuke it. But take God with you on your natural hair journey and pray and ask Yeshua to guide you in it and on it, and give you just the guidance and wisdom in taking care of your hair in order to get it healthy and to where you would like it to be. Thanks for your time, guys. I love you all. Shalom.